What's up, people? Mikkel Bird, MGTOW TV, and MGTOW Radio added us music distribution, of course. And I don't know, I just got a lot on my mind today. You know what I mean? I got a lot on my mind. I woke up. Sometimes I wake up, and I do this quite often, by the way. I wake up, and I just have these. As soon as I wake up, this is how my brain works. As soon as I wake up, it's like my brain is on fire, and I got a million thoughts running through my head, right? And a lot of these thoughts need to be documented because it's like my brain, I wake up, my brain's on fire, and these are very provocative thoughts, life-altering little thoughts that I have in the morning sometimes when I wake up. So anyway, man, check this out. I was just giving some thought to this whole idea about, recently I've stated that I consider myself a part of the MGTOW, aka MGTOW movement, which is men going their own way. This means that for those that don't know what MGTOW means, you don't know what the MGTOW movement is about. It's basically men going their own way. MGTOW, men going their own way. It means that you're no longer going to let relationships and women and society determine who you're supposed to be as a man. And who you're supposed to be in society, what role you're supposed to play. You don't let other people tell you that. You're only focused on you and yourself and your own personal happiness and achieving your own personal goals. You're going your own way, so to speak. So today I woke up thinking a lot about this whole concept about how a man is, and I watched videos on YouTube about it and shit like that too. But this whole concept that a man is supposed to buy a woman a drink. A man is supposed to pay for a woman's meal when they go out to dinner. And I read this little story on the internet about how this guy, a girl invited him out. It wasn't the other way around. It wasn't a guy inviting a girl out. It wasn't a guy asking a girl out on a date. This was a woman inviting a man to dinner, and she automatically assumed that he was going to pay for it simply because he's a man. And so she ordered like $100 worth of food, and he said separate checks. He said separate checks at the end of the night, and she got extremely pissed and texted him and all that. It was just a story I read online. And then I was thinking about it, and I put a little bit further thought into it about this idea where, and I see it, you see it happening every weekend, every fucking weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, sometimes even Thursday and Sunday night, who knows? But this idea that women are at home, they're at their house, right? They're at their apartment, their house, and they purposely get dressed up. They put on this super sexy outfit. They put on all this makeup. They got their hair on fleek. They got all this shit popping. They look sexy. But who are they trying to look sexy for? Why are they trying to look sexy? And my best guess is that their whole plan is to get sexified, get all sexy, and then go to a bar and hang out, like a club or a bar or a lounge or whatever. And then they hang out at the bar for a minute, just fucking waiting for some random beta male, some fucking simp, to show up to the bar and buy them a drink. That's what they're doing it for. Like, why else? What other reason would you get sexy and go to a bar for? Like, if I get dressed up, I'm getting dressed up. I want to look good. I want to look presentable. I want to feel confident as a man. That's why I do it. I'm not getting dressed up as a man because I'm going to head to a bar and just sit at a bar and wait for a bitch to buy me a drink. That's not how we do it. You know what I mean? That's not why we do it. And yet and still, that's what women do. They get all sexy and fleeked up and do their makeup for a fucking hour, all in an effort to get some random beta male to buy them a drink because they don't want to pay for drinks. And quite frankly, society has them mentally thinking that they don't have to pay for drinks, that they shouldn't pay for their own drinks. You know, some women do pay for their drinks. Shout out to those women. But all I'm saying is 9 times out of 10, these bitches are showing up to the bar looking sexy just to get free drinks. And then, it's happened to me in person. And quite frankly, I felt like total shit about it because like I would be genuinely trying to get to know a girl and I'm just being nice. You know what I mean? I'm just being nice if I buy a girl a drink. I'm not doing it because I feel socially obligated to. I'm doing it because I want her to be nice, only for her to take the drink and walk away. As a matter of fact, one time I went to, I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick story time. One time I went to a bar. It was like a hip hop style bar here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this girl said, "You want to buy me a drink?" I swear to God, she was literally shaking her ass right in front of me. Like she was bent over and twerking her ass right in front of me. And then she turns around and she sees me looking at her ass, of course, because she was doing it on purpose. And then she says, "You want to buy me a drink?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." As soon as you got to hear the whole story. As soon as I bought her that drink, her fucking homegirl snatched the drink out of her hand and ran away. I kid you not. As soon as I bought her the drink, her fucking homegirl snatched the drink out of her hand and ran away because her homegirl was ugly as fuck, and her homegirl was already there for like an hour or two, and nobody had bought her a drink. And she's like, "These dudes ain't gonna buy me a drink because I'm ugly, and they don't want to talk to me, so I'm gonna snatch my homegirl's drink." Swear to God, this shit happened. So let me tell you how I got her back, though. That girl that I bought the drink for, let me show you how I got her back. About an hour later, I see that same girl and her homegirl at the bar again, but this time they're buying themselves drinks, right? So I walk up to the bar, and the bartender, it was a female too. It was a female bartender. She goes, "What are you having?" She points to me, and I say, "Oh, I'm just having like a Hennessy or whatever." They had a special on Hennessy shots that night, so I got a shot of Hennessy, right? And I just so happened to be standing right there beside the girl that I paid for a drink for and her homegirl. I just happened to be standing right next to them. So that girl was paying for her own drink, and she put her money on the table and slid it in my direction. So when the bartender came back, I put my hand on her money, the original girl I bought a drink for. I put my hand on her money and I slid it to the bartender, and then I looked at that girl and I said, "Thanks for buying my drink this time." She had no intentions whatsoever of paying for my drink, but because her money was right in front of me, she ended up paying for my fucking drink. And then I literally grabbed my drink, I smiled at her, I said, "Yeah, thanks for paying for my drink this time," and just walked away, just like her fucking homegirl did. So that was payback in the highest form. And, you know what I mean? Another thing a man could do if you don't want to be a beta male, if you want to be an alpha male, a woman wants to go out on a date, she wants to go out to dinner, make sure you say the word separate checks. Make sure you fucking say that word. When that waitress comes and asks you, it's the same shit every fucking time. Waitress comes to your table, she says, "So, are you folks having dessert?" This is after you've had your appetizer, you've already eaten your dinner. They always do the same thing. They come to your table and say, "So, folks, you having dessert?" More than likely, you're going to say no. I don't eat dessert 9 times out of 10 after I had a big meal. I don't eat dessert on top of it. But when she asks you for dessert, make sure right then and there you say, "No, I'll just take the check and separate checks." Yeah, that's going to change the whole mood of the whole fucking night, because this bitch thought that you were paying for her dinner and now you're not. And now she's got to come out of fucking pocket. And 9 times out of 10, these broke hoes ain't got no money on them. They have no cash on them whatsoever. So now they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, all because you, as an alpha male, said the words separate check. So just something for men to keep in mind. You know how these bitches operate. You got to stay ahead, bro. You got to think ahead. If you want to be down with this MGTOW movement, if you want to be part of the MGTOW movement, you got to start acting like an alpha male and stop acting like a beta male. Stop giving these bitches what they want every time they ask for it. All right? Be a fucking man, dog. Be a leader, not a follower. Be an alpha male. Don't be some beta male simp, a beta male chump, all right? These bitches will walk all over you. They do not respect you, period. They're not going to have sex with you, period. So if you go in ahead of time knowing that, if you go into these situations knowing that these bitches are only out to play you, that they're not going to have sex with you at the end of the night, then you might as well move accordingly. You might as well adjust your whole fucking operation. That's what being a part of the MGTOW movement's all about, dog. All right? Anyway, man, it's Friday. Forgot the date real quick. We're in March. We're like the second week of March. It's Friday. Y'all go out there, man. Y'all have a fun time this weekend, all right? Mikkel Bird, MGTOW TV, MGTOW Radio, Added Us Music Distribution and Promotions, and I'm out. Peace.